This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, verse 33. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the name who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai is his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and all glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kudash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone who well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation of Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life to do so for Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai's sake. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp. And yes, the reason why I brought out the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, verse 33, is that I came across this article today where there's been reports of landlords are targeting vulnerable tenants to solicit sex in exchange for rent. And when you go into this article, their main target is women of color, minorities, illegal immigrants. That's you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American women, you Israelites, okay? And these are the times that we're coming to because, hey, judgment is being pronounced, all right? You want to go and have this spirit of independence, this spirit of you don't need a man, kicking the man out the house, or putting him up for child support. Hell, even calling the cops on him where he's in prison because of you. And now, because of that attitude, that what's the lack for better words? That careless thought process, you're now vulnerable to these landlords who don't care about you, all right? And these landlords, they're in debt. They want their money, and they see that you don't have a job because of this COVID-19. Now they want something else, all right? They want your body. And these are the times that we're coming to. It's getting very dangerous, all right? So let's get into this article. Landlords are targeting vulnerable tenants to solicit sex in exchange for rent, advocates say. Landlord coercion has always been a reality, but never seen anything like this, Jabala Carlus said. Some landlords are taking advantage of the coronavirus outbreak, soliciting sexual favors in lieu of rent payments from economically vulnerable tenants, according to advocates. Kara Jabala Carlus, executive director of the Hawaii State Commission of the Status of Women, said her office has received more reports of landlords sexually harassing their tenants in the last 2 weeks than it had in the 2 years since she started working there. Wow. All right, this is the times that we're coming to. All right, this COVID-19 has literally changed the mind frame of landlords, okay, here in America, including case of landlords offering to move in with tenants and sending sexually explicit photos to them after they communicated concerns about paying April rent. Basically saying, well, if you ain't got no money, what else can you give up? All right? And you women of our tribes, you're in big trouble, man. Okay? While the number of cases wasn't necessarily astronomical, the commission received 10 reports about 9 landlords. Jabala Carlus said they were especially notable given such cases go vastly underreported, right? And it's going to explain why they go underreported. She's going to explain. Landlord coercion has always been a reality, but we've never seen anything like this. The coronavirus creates the perfect conditions for landlords who want to do this because not only are people being instructed to stay home, so the landlords know that you're home, but the virus has added to the economic stress with people losing their jobs, especially in Hawaii, which is driven by tourism. Around 5 million more people filed first-time unemployment claims last week, bringing the total of unemployed Americans to nearly 22 million. Right, and I always like to go into this. These are the ones that were able to claim unemployment, that it's documented. You still have millions of people in the United States of America, okay, who are unemployed, but they haven't been able to document their unemployment with the unemployment benefit institution. You see? While some states have enacted eviction and rent moratoriums, experts caution that these policies may not be enough to keep low and middle income renters in their homes. Only 69% of apartment tenants had paid their monthly rent by April 5th, down from 81% the previous month, according to National Multifamily Housing Council, right? And it's only going to increase, all right, because this COVID-19 is not going to stop, all right? Your bars are not going to be open. The clubs are not going to be open. The strip clubs are not going to be open, okay? You got to remember social distancing, okay? They're pushing now these states to implement must wear a mask, and you women are caught out there, all right? And you're going to be mourning. Advocates like Renee Williams, a senior staff attorney at the National Housing Law Project, suspect that as tenants continue to struggle economically, there will be heightened reports of sexual harassment enacted by landlords in the coming months. You bet, absolutely. Landlords have all the leverage in the landlord-tenant relationship, and in these types of situations, they especially prey on women who are vulnerable, who are housing insecure, have bad credit, or don't have anywhere to go, right? Once again, 2nd Esdras 16:33, the virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms, right? No man to help in the house, all right? They're by themselves, with probably children. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters, yeah, right. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers, right? Okay? And this is the times that we're coming to. It's very dangerous for you women. We've already seen that the pandemic is exacerbating, meaning causing harm, a lot of systematic issues, and sexual harassment targeted at tenants by landlords is likely to be one of these issues. I want to get to the point where it talks about women of color. I'll continue reading. As the coronavirus pandemic continued to uproot daily life, there may be added confusion about where tenants who may be experiencing such harassment can go with their claims, but the advocates say tenants have recourse. Under the Federal Fair Housing Act, sexual harassment by landlords is illegal. Well, any sexual harassment is illegal, okay? Sandra Park, senior staff attorney at the American Civil Liberties Union Women's Rights Project, said, many states also have laws that ban sexual harassment and discrimination. She added that tenants experiencing harassment should file a report with the police to leave a paper trail, but given that doing so does not always guarantee investigation, right? Because of this COVID-19, all right, there's been a lot of police telling the people, hey, we're not coming, all right, for certain crimes anymore, okay? And you can look into that. So sexual harassment is at the bottom of the list of going to, especially with this whole COVID-19. You women are out of luck. Many courts are closed right now. Right, COVID-19. Oh, I skipped. That's beautiful. Many courts are closed right now, but getting involved with these organizations and having a lawyer from them call landlords could put landlords on notice that the behavior is unacceptable. Yet, Park and other advocates acknowledge that women who are most vulnerable, here we go, these are talking about you tribes, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native American women, particularly women of color and immigrant and undocumented women will not feel comfortable submitting a report or pursuing action against their landlords, and that many times when they do so, they are often dismissed, right? Because you're still under curses, okay? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American women, all right? You're Israelites. And so they are going to be dismissed, especially if you talk about Esau, Edom, all right? do not think most of these women who submitted reports will go on to pursue action because they are so vulnerable. Jabal Kalara said, this is, and it goes on like why she created a guide and all that. But hey, that's not going to help in these times, man. All right. So because we're prophecy has to be fulfilled, and you women, you're going to get your judgment too. All right. Everyone's got to get their judgment. Okay. It ain't just the men of the nation Israel. You women too. So here, let's go to Isaiah 32:9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Right. This is talking to our women from the nation of Israel. All right. You were at ease, thinking that the government is going to protect you. All right. And take care of you. Welfare programs. Okay. Section 8. So on and so forth. Okay. Or those that didn't go to the government, but they said, hey, I'm going to go and be a bartender or a stripper or whatever job occupation you thought could take care of you without a man. All right. Now look at yourselves. All right. This COVID-19 took you out of commission. All right. A lot of y'all are out of jobs. And a lot of y'all are vulnerable, like this article says. 10. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Right, talking about no jobs. All right, that's why you're mourning. Nobody's here to help you. Okay, you don't have a husband. All right, you've been putting yourself on a pedestal for so much that you dogged every dude that came across you. Now look at yourself. Look at you. 11. Tremble, you women that are at ease. Right, you're going to tremble because your landlord, all right, ain't just the only one that's going to want that box. Your neighbors, okay, the community that you live in, because you still are dressing like harlots. You're still dressing, all right, like you're about to go to the club or the strip club. Trouble, you women that are at ease. Be troubled, you careless ones. Strip you and make you bare and gird sackcloth upon your loins. Right. You're going to be mourning and wailing, all right? A lot of our women will be put to death. In fact, if you do anything, any type of statistic, just get it from Esau, the numbers, all right? What did he say? There's more women in the world than there are men. So that proves that even among our nation, a lot of you women are going to perish in these last days, all right? And make you bare and gird up sackcloth upon your loins. Right. In mourning, man. 12. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. Right. Because no more jobs. No job security. And now you're in a state of mourning to a point that you have to now worry about where you're going to get your next paycheck to satisfy your landlord, or you're going to have to give up that box. It's getting very dangerous out here, okay? And this is judgment, because when the prophets were on the scene, let's go to Micah. She that is my enemy shall see it. Micah 7 and 10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? Right. Because the prophets were on the scene telling our nation to get right. Seek the Lord. Stop being in your folly and your wickedness. Stop being a harlot on the streets. All right. Stop being a whore. And you didn't listen. Okay? You wanted to do what you wanted to do. You trusted in the shadow of Egypt. Now look at you. Okay? Now the landlord, all right? You got to worry about your landlord. If those that don't have work. And a lot of y'all don't have work. Where is the Lord thy power? My eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as a mire of the streets. Right? And this is only going to intensify. Okay? Because, hey, once again, this COVID-19 painted so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right, us tribes, as the boogeyman, the face of COVID-19, all right? And if the landlord fears for his life, he can say, hey, you got to get out of my apartment complex, okay? You're walking around here reckless, okay? And then what are you gonna do? And then hey, he might say, you know what? You don't have any money. You don't want me to expose you to the troops. What are you gonna give to me? Hey man, that their landlord is gonna be the most vindictive, all right, cruel person in these latter times, man, because he can use any type of scenario to get what he wants, especially with this COVID-19. And you got the military troops that are going to be walking around in our communities, and hey, there's a lot of scenarios that could pan out, a lot, and that's why Isaiah 13. A man of the Lord you're going to be seeking to, those that are going to humble themselves. And you're going to be sharing a man too. I'll get that scripture. Because this is the beginning. Isaiah 13:12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Right. So a man is going to be more valuable, a man of the Lord, an Israelite man, is going to be more valuable than gold or golden wedge of Ophir. That's how bad it's going to get. All right? That's how we know Isaiah 4:1 is coming. Isaiah 4:1. And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Right? Because you're going to need a man to protect you. And that's going to be a man of the Lord. And these are the times that we're coming to. All right? You women are going to share a man. All right? To be protected. Because when this starts, this is just the beginning. Wait till war breaks out and there's very few men. Okay? It's going to be very scary. Very few men. So, Lord willing, this edifying, we're getting to these times where you women are being judged. Okay? You're mourning. You have no helpers. And this is judgment. So, it behooves you to keep watching the men of Great Millstone, humble yourselves, and get ready to start sharing a man. Okay? Hey, facts is facts. You can't get around it. And with that, we want to give all praise and glory. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Mokah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, who well and taught us this truth. They are the true teachers for the nation Israel on earth today. And salutation to the Akim out there, pushing this truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth and risking their life to do so for Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai sake. Love you, brothers. Keep enduring. Keep the faith. As you can see, we're almost out of here. All right? To the few sisters that are watching, keep paying attention. Okay? We're almost out of here. Shalom. And, of course, a Bible ball. Shalom.